All right, Grand Rising is Shalonda Shea speaking, and I'm back. And again, so we have the world card here, and I'm telling y'all the whole thing about God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. And when I was looking into world, or it was saying something about like afterlife or new way or new something, right? And so I don't know, it just was making me think because again, there are some things, and like these are things I like to focus on the platform, on the channel, without going too far with it. But there has been a lot more talk about, social media. There's been a lot more talk about what have they been talking about? There's been a lot more talk about FBI and, domestic terrorists and things like this. So again, it's like if you don't want to be mandated yourself, you know what I'm saying? Then you must comply to these rules, or they'll put you on this domestic terrorist list, right? And then label you some kind of terrorist, and then they can probe you, right? Okay. But again, you notice this girl in this image, she got these wands here. It's almost like she on the world stage. It's almost like the energy like we were reading the other day about the in the Bible about the four animals or four creatures or whatever, and then the corners or whatever like this. So, in some kind of bed sheet or something like that. And you see she got this thing wrapped around her. See, but she's trapped in here, right? But nobody want her to know because again, she knows the secrets of the so-called gods of this world. She know the secret of this world, the people that act as though, they're gods with tech and all of these things, right? But we all wanted it, right? We all wanted it to a certain extent, technology. I mean, maybe not me so much. I feel like there should have been a cap put on it. But again, I digress. With these tools and things that they have to spy, you have to just really wonder how deep it goes. So again, it brings me to the whole thing of divine masculine, feminine journey. It brings me to, and now this is not every single one, because I told you, I feel like, again, there's a select few people that are divine counterparts. And I feel like, again, it's turned into some type of big thing that's making a lot of people a lot of money. It's very interesting. It's kind of like the new reality TV. You know what I'm saying? There's people that might be upset because, we call it out how we do. But again, we already know that it's already said that they are, that there's certain, certain corporations or something, right? That are out there possibly spying on, or again, viewing people in their private places, right? Okay. How far it goes, I don't know. But there's been a lot of talk about recording people, or not really recording, but again, translating with the energy, you know what I'm saying? Being able to read between the headlines. What it's showing me is that we're talking about that they've been able to harass women in the bathroom or something. What they really mean is that, it's going to get me here because a lot of women, I don't like being the scapegoat or the one that speaks on these matters all the time in this way. But, it kind of it bothers me that women can sit up there and talk about people's naked pictures going around online, and I see that it's throwing shade, and I see, I can kind of tell where shade is being thrown. So it's kind of like, is this really where we're at here? Is this really where the government is using other tactics now to embarrass women so they can't physically, come and harass you possibly, or send someone physically to, defile you. So again, they will, and I'm just trying to figure out exactly how this could be done, right? So they'll use other ways or avenues to make sure that powerful, strong women don't end up in certain positions of power, is what I feel like they're doing. It's a way to defile or try to bring somebody down. But again, you notice the world card, she's sitting here, she already half naked. You notice the star card, she's already half naked. I was just reading something about some kind of statue or something. It's like a 90-foot statue, because I was reading the book of Daniel, and it said something about a large somewhat golden statue or something that's 90 feet tall. So I went and I looked, and there was it's called the Lady of the Land or something, which again made me think about Sekhmet. And it looks like it's white, right? Like an alabaster or a white color, but also it's kind of like got a gold sheen to it. If you look at it, through like I guess the sunlight hits it some kind of way. It kind of looks kind of golden. And I don't know, yeah, like it just made me think about again the way that these beings do. If you are a woman that comes into your goddess energy or your empress energy, these masculine energies, and again, we see the beast of the field, the fowl of the air, energy here. We see man, and there's another energy that, well, we could say a beast of the field is the lion too. Okay. And so again, what we're having is a war against the womb, to show you, to kind of take you down a notch as women that are intuitive, women that are great, women that are amazing, and again, it makes me wonder when people know something about, if say something just got leaked or somebody is doing something like this to someone. It's funny that, when it benefits or somebody want to throw shade, I just wonder how much do you know about it then? You know what I'm saying? What part do you play in this happening to women? Because I already seen through you, and I can see that it's some shady stuff going on. Rather, I can see these people are hiding something. I can see that they know something about defilement of women, and this is why I speak up about it. But they're so worried about other things, land resources and things like this. So again, it's still a raping and pillaging of America, the soil, the land, the woman, the womb, Mother Earth energy, Gaia energy, the sweet potato pie. Right? So who knows, like I said, what these people can be doing, possibly even when it comes to your mental, right? But what I'm saying is how many of these women are actually sitting here knowing that they're watching you on tape or camera, and because it makes them a little bit of extra money that they want to because it makes them a little bit extra cash, that they're sitting here and watching women, children, families in their home. There ain't that much psychic ability in the fucking world. You understand what I'm saying? Where people should be able to sit there and run a tab or, speak about actually how people are watching your every move, but actually they know your every move. So, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how it makes sense. So like I said, I try not to look at women in that way when it comes to these personal details, but I think that people have lost it. I think that people are so far away. I mean, they're just so far gone that it's just, it doesn't hurt them or affect them until it happens to them. But again, little do they know, when they point the finger at these women and that woman and that woman, like I told you before, the same thing they doing to one woman, they're doing to many women. Don't get it twisted. And a lot of people speak on these things and then they try to act like they want to exit themselves out. No, you're included. I can tell by when you're speaking about it and how you're speaking on it is that you've been affected by this person. That's how you know. You've been affected by this same energy, and that's how you know. So until we're all keeping it real and being honest about what it is, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I learn more, or it feels like more, a little bit something open to talk about, because I guess when you see other people speak on these things that are unseen, right? Because we talk about things that are seen and unseen, past, present, and future here. And this is a gift, again, that I've had for a long time. I didn't start 2 years ago. I noticed that there's a growth in population, especially with women of color, when it comes to tarot readings. Now, I'm not saying that there's not none genuine. I don't know, I have this energy to, especially when I'm saying, if it's something that I feel like is going out to masses, even when it comes to my information. You see what I'm saying? That's why I like to kind of go deeper on things, or layer it up with the biblical, the history, and then etymology, and then what I'm sensing, what I'm seeing, and possibly what other, you know what I'm saying? I like to, do it that way. So again, you can use your own discernment with this. But I just can't stand when somebody, kind of like is speaking on things knowing good and well that nobody is that psychic, dude. Nobody is that psychic, that they're sitting there watching you. They're sitting there just like everybody else, watching you on a screen and sitting there, okay? Because again, this shiesty governing forces, or again, other people that are in high privilege positions that can project this kind of energy out, they're making money off of it. I'm just saying it is. It's kind of like that kind of possible horror energy, because it could have started off again with men. It could have started off, and I look at it two ways. It could have either started off with men in high places doing this, right? Because this is what they've always done, or it started out as, again, people within our communities, okay, the people that look like us, right, doing this, or what was I gonna say? I'm trying to think of the word. I feel like it could be either way. Selling you out to a certain extent. Okay. And so again, once we could keep it real and say nobody is too, even the empress, even the high priestess, even the this, I don't care how in tune you are and how intuitive you are. As women in general, you all know that you felt some kind of funny way. And I'm saying this to say it's not even just a physical thing, because a lot of you are celibate. A lot of you are, single or withholding, right? And then, there's this other realm almost, right? Where again, no matter what you do, no matter how you are, no matter what's going on, energies can penetrate you. And I don't mean that way, or damn, can they? You see what I'm saying? So energies can penetrate your energy without you asking them, without you inviting them, without you entertaining them, without, you see what I'm saying? This is something else that is deeper and further than that. And I don't want women, as I grow and I see and I learn and show things are shown to me, the main thing I don't want to do is have women out there, especially single mothers, feeling some kind of way about themselves because of this it could be physical for some people, could be spiritual attacks, right? And it could be also tech, right? It just, I feel like it depends on who you are as the lengths that these entities will go in order to try to defile you. Okay? So again, and I think it's you realizing again the goddess within you that it worries some of these masculine energies, and I won't say divine, right? But some of these masculine energies, divine masculine, that will be different, but just divine energies, right? Where they are able to tap in or access your energy. They know this, old spirits or souls or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So they know how to navigate a little bit over our heads, no matter how much of a high priestess you are, because it's channeled with tech and it's channeled with other things as well. Okay. So again, that's just how I'm seeing it here. Okay. And I still feel like, again, there is supposed to be these connections. They're supposed to teach you something. But once it goes beyond that, once it goes to a point where you are oblivious to activities that may be going on around you, when it comes to your children, when it comes to all of these things. I told y'all lately, I've been detecting a lot of Jinn energy here. A lot of Jinn energy. And the one thing I want to say is it should never matter. It should never be okay. It should never be okay, because if somebody is recording you in your bathroom or something like that, your children go in there. It should never be okay for any kind of agency to be monitoring people at this particular level if this is what's going on. And it should be never none of your concern about what somebody is doing in their private bathroom, on the toilet, or in the shower. Never. It shouldn't be allowed in your home in general or specifically. But what I'm saying is, if this is what they're doing, because again, some people are reaching out possibly in a malicious way. But again, I listen to what people say, whether I like you or it or not. And I know that some people know a little bit more, so that they're pushing this information so they can fit in with you, or so that they can sound more concerned, right, about situations like this with you. But really, they may be going through a spat. I've been talking about this for a minute now, but maybe they're going through something where, again, something has happened to them and now they see. And now they want to project, or they want to hurt somebody else by letting them know, I know about this. But look, are you somebody that's involved with that? Are you somebody that's been sitting there watching that? Are you somebody that likes that? Are we dealing with feminine energies that may be attracted to some of you? What are we dealing with here? It's kind of like a love-hate kind of relationship here. And I know it's masculine energy, but I'm just saying I feel like some of these feminines, it's kind of like a look, like Handmaid's Tale, but 2.0, right? Okay? Like Handmaid's Tale, but on some other level. So we can sit here and talk about these cute terms like 3D, 5D, all this other shit, but it's something going on, right? That's stepping a little bit too far into this realm that is trying to, and again, I think a lot of it is just projecting. I think that they want some of us to feel some kind of way. And I feel like it's just like a cemented energy, right? When it comes to my feelings, right? It's always going to be facts over feelings for me. Now, I don't say I don't get some kind of feeling or emotional when things happen, but I know, like, I feel like I've been built different. Again, some of us were built to do different things here. And I think that some of these energies don't like that. So they're just thinking about the deepest, the worst, how deep do I have to go? That's why I don't put I feel like, again, some masculines or even divine masculines might get irritated with me because I don't put a filter on it. If I see something, if it correlates, if I'm channeling it through music or whatever, a message or something I've seen, it's just going to be said. So again, I mean, if that causes me to be seen as a difficult individual or somebody don't want to deal with, then that's fine. Because again, one thing I'll never be doing is begging or groveling. I can conversate with you. I can, you know what I'm saying? I can try to comply or communicate, right? But again, I don't want it. If somebody doesn't want, do you know what that would feel like? You know what I'm saying? To be trying to want to be with somebody that don't want to be with you or hates you. And I think the reason why, and I think with the breadcrumbing and mixed communication and kind of like nobody's hands is dirty. You see what I'm saying? You can't really prove a lot of these things, right? So it makes it hard to discern what's going on. What is in my energy? Who is this? What is going on? You see what I'm saying? But again, at a time when somebody could have spoke on something earlier, you know what I'm saying? They wait until now. How long have these things been going on behind the scenes? You know what I'm saying? And who's tapped in? Who's watching? Who's watching? I wouldn't even feel comfortable. That's just the type of individual I am. That's the kind of individual I am. So again, I think that's those of us that are blocked. I don't think it's blocked by God. I think it's blocked by it's possibly technology here, because some of us are way up or have been tapped in to another level. And we know ourselves very well. And we know and we see things, again, at a higher level, not at that emotional level. It's kind of like this eagle is up here. And so they are doing things that could cause possible brain damage to certain individuals, mind control, these things that so-called conspiracy theories have been talking about for a long time is just being turned around and done on the masses. These are things that, again, we've talked about on the channel and on the platforms for the past 10 years, at least 6 years about this kind of stuff. Right? And I think this has to do a lot with, again, possible certain agendas and narratives that are being pushed, okay, that have possibly been called out. And I think certain people in those particular arenas have gotten together in order to pay back some of us for speaking the truth or knowing the secrets of the gods of this world. And there we go with the world card. So while everybody's staring there and looking at her, she's got these wands here. I mean, she can probe things too. She can make things happen too. And again, I feel like, again, some of these energies or some of these corporations think that they can take that away from you or make you think that so-called God. Well, then if that's the energy, if an outside God or a God that's somewhere outside of myself has moved away from me, good riddance. Then I will go within and I will contact that energy and I will elevate. I will continue to elevate because nobody can take that away from me because nobody gave it to me. It may be different for others, but nobody gave it to me. It can be a lot of affliction. There can be a lot of things. People worry about what you're doing. They don't know anything. People that think that if you have a choice to be homeless or in a comfortable place or a decent place, they're going to go outside and be homeless. In the middle of the winter, you out your damn mind. And again, something going to have to convince me. Something going to have to convince me that I need to make a move. Something going to have to convince me that I was married and some energy came in and again, tossed my life around that was not perfect in the first place, but it was decent. Whether it's a masculine, feminine, or a couple. Okay. And you telling me that this is something sent from the divine. And then now I should be able to not have any type of anything to go on. And I should be just vacating and dumping my family and leaving out and starting some new thing. I just have to beg to differ to a certain extent. I think this is people trying to get feminine energies to be migrant or immigrants and moving about and running from place to place. And again, I don't run from where I come from. And that's this land. That's this land. And they could do whatever. No, you can't do whatever you want. You can't do. You can't do. And most definitely, we're going to start shedding a light on it. Or I will anyway. So you can't come doing what you want to do around here. The real domestic terrorists are the agencies and the corporations and things that are doing these things to you. The tables have turned. When it comes to entertainment, you are now the entertainment. You are the Sims. This is the energy that I'm detecting. And I just wanted to speak on it. Because I think a lot of people try to deflect or project. Because again, at one point in time, they were having fun when it was going on with just some people that they didn't like or they didn't want to see elevate. And now they turn around and see that it's their backside or their children that's being recorded. And now they're upset about it some kind of way. At one point in time, they were probably connected to certain energies. And now since the tables have turned, they want to try and speak. That's why I just speak openly, truthfully, the way I feel, whether a masculine like it or not. That's why I've probably been difficult because, again, it's just not going to change. I will never stop standing up for people that don't have a voice and speaking what is true and fluent. I may have to shield what I'm saying just a little bit because, again, a lot of people don't understand. And I do know that certain energies want to try and, put you inside type of, they want to try to get you to cross some lines so that they can try to have a hold of you. Okay. Whether that's in a mental institution, some charges or something because of something that you said, because again, in a minute, they're going to be mandating people. So when the FBI and these other agencies could possibly, allegedly, end up being domestic terrorists, then who do you run to? I say each other. I say each other. Because just like I wouldn't want it to happen to me, I wouldn't want it to happen to nobody else. Nor would I even want to go on and continue to emphasize on the energy. So you must have been really paying attention. You must have been really paying attention. Or you must have really had something to do with it, like I thought in the first place. But again, I digress. You must have could have been said something. See, that's those kind of those cage birds that start singing when things are not so grandiose anymore. And again, I'll probably get a little bit of backlash because, they'll talk about other people, but they're dating people of the same complexion or hue. They might even be on your man in the middle of the night. You see what I'm saying? Because we're talking about projecting. We're talking about astral. We're talking about all of these things here. And again, maybe they're not benefiting from it anymore. And so what? They call themselves calling it out now. When you've been down with something for a minute now, don't trip. You've been down. Somebody been down with everything that they think I'm down with for a minute. And I'm talking about possibly on the physical realm. Where everything with me, people can't just come in on me like that. They would have to attack me mentally. They would have to attack me some kind of way. Some kind of cyber energy or some kind of tech or something. But once I realize what's going on, I will put it together and I will talk about it. I don't care who's involved. I don't care if somebody is trying to throw shade and say that's me that they doing that to, or anybody else. I'm gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna still sit an empress or a queen on my throne. Because you can't break me. You can't, it ain't a man or a woman on this earth that can just break me because you want to. You cannot break my spirit. That's why you're all watching. Turning your nose up, smacking your lips. And I'm not, it's talking about both great and small, rich and poor, whoever. Because even if you try to take somebody that is a decent, pure person, right, or somebody that is, again, a good person, and try to do that to them, these people that you're allowing to do this to other people that are pretty much innocent, are doing way worse things behind the scene. And the point is, they couldn't get this person to do these things in their conscious mind, so they had to find other ways to try to attack them. I would not even believe everything I see or what I hear at this point in time. You could be watching a holograph. You could be seeing something that's somebody else, that's in a likeness of somebody else and not actually that individual. You never know. You never know. But I actually do think, again, Jinn energy. Look at these clouds or whatever and these things and how they're swirling around here. Right? Venus energy here. Again, manifest destiny, though. Because, again, things are being manifested, but, again, at a certain level. That's why, I just imagine this wreath around here. They're protected somewhat, supposedly, possibly by a reptilian bloodline or something. Again, some kind of natural something, old blood. Could have something to do with the tribe of Dan or something. I don't know. Why people were trying to, hate or trying to call it something, when actually, again, some of these beings could be here to help us. That's why until I see clearly who it is, I can't point the finger. You know you can't either. You know you can't unless you're dealing with these people in real time, or unless unless they didn't have to blind you or bind you, and you're actually meeting with them in these dimensions. Unless you're practicing these kind of things like astral projecting, or if you're practicing remote viewing, or if you're practicing just sitting at home and watching people on a computer screen or a monitor and telling their story. I'm just saying, let's just call it what it is, because it ain't that much damn psychic in the world. Some people talk too damn much. A lot of people don't show their face either. That's suspect to me. That's suspect to me. And you know what? It make me think about that. I don't like to say the term, but dudes talk more than witches these days. You understand what I'm saying? Again, it's almost like the beehive is out. And again, I don't know if this has something to do with, again, it seems like a sense of betrayal here, right? So maybe, again, source is opening my eyes while people talking about some people's eyes are closed. So again, frenemy energy, competition, or some kind of sibling rivalry. Again, people that you may not even know you connected to, or that you siblings with. People you could have been connected to for a very long time. Because we're just now coming into this way of seeing. Now, we may have always been intuitive. We may have always did this and that and that. But again, we're just now coming into this way of seeing as a whole, or at a large scale. Again, maybe I shouldn't say we're. Maybe I'm saying me. Maybe I'm just the only one that was in this circle for a long time. Maybe this is Truman's show. Maybe this is my show. You understand? And that's why she don't see nobody else. Passed behind her like a ponytail. all to bring one person down. Is this really what this is? Was this all like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm feeling like Truman every day. And what can you do? What can you do about something that somebody else did to you? You know, I think that again, when it gets like that, it was very blistery. I mean, I took a drive early this morning to go pick up something, and the wind actually blew my car over, dude. And now I hear again, we were talking something about Kentucky in that video last night. And now we see that again, maybe it was some kind of sign or something. Maybe even with that map that we looked at, there was something in there. I'm going to have to look and see what happened, but again, I just feel like there's a higher power. Again, we're dealing with something natural or something possibly. It could be something tech, right? Something tech, because again, possibly with some of this information that's coming out lately is going to make women feel some kind of way, which may naturally cause some kind of the Earth's core heating up, right? Okay. Or it can cause some type of something here, right? And so again, she's just a girl and she's on fire, right? Set fire to the rain. Okay. Okay. Rise up, that song, despite of yay. So again, I'm just trying to figure out what it is. Y'all know, like on the originals, you know how like the brother and sisters, you know, if they was like trying to make this family bond or whatever, but they was damn near about to almost kill each other. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that energy. I have to accept it for what it is. I have to accept it for what it is. And I have to keep on fighting. That's all. And it's funny again, what is she looking to? This man here. Because you know, sometimes it could be your own damn people. I'm telling you that right now. And they like to throw that and say all cooning and all this other stuff because again, they don't want you to start pointing the finger at them because then you're going to have to start looking at these people a little bit different. You're going to put, and again, you know, if this person is gotten away without being exposed or phone tapped or maybe people secretly recording them, then you have to ask who they laying in the bed with. Especially people that used to be dancers and stuff like that and people that, you know what I'm saying, continue to get worked on and sculpted to try to look some way just like somebody else. And lighten their skin and stuff. I mean, you have to ask questions. Admit of getting images from what they call pink men, emails and stuff of parts of these people's bodies. So again, I mean, I'm just saying, what are we talking about here? People showing up in your dreams. That's witchcraft to me. You know too much damn information. What is you doing and who is you working for? Who sent you? You see what I'm saying? Who sent you and what the fuck you want from me? Oh, I forget. Some of these people want to be you. Some of these people watch you so much that they do want to be you. And it's just very strange to me. Because this is what we call, again, idol worship. While the real get wiped away, you know, or sit up in the corner like a lab rat, right? Then these ones that is, again, inflating themselves and doing these things to make themselves look better or look like you are the ones that are being promoted. And then you have to question what we really looking at. Then you have to, what because they talk about people's private parts, right? So I'm just wondering why won't, you know, who you work for and who you land with that they ain't showing your private parts and what the fuck is there? You know what I'm saying? Because again, a lot of people see a lot of things that they don't really speak on. Just saying. Just saying. Inflation is going up. It's too damn early. Inflation is going up. While people are tuning in on what they would call deflated, or again, somebody's big this and that. What is a big vagina? I mean, who is looking that deep? Damn, what is going on here? What is going on? And why is somebody looking that hard? And I wonder what the fuck they got between theirs. You dig what I'm saying? Because real women wouldn't do this to other women. Real women wouldn't even be able to stomach looking at that. Real women would say that's going too far. But real women like to keep shit real. Ain't nothing wrong with really doing what the fuck you want to do. But at the end of the day, don't hate on nobody that's just natural. Don't hate on nobody that got stretch marks. It's real. It's real. It's real. I always say, as long as somebody's 21, it ain't my business what you do with your body. I'm against them doing things like this to little children. In a minute, you won't even need to go to the doctor for certain things. It'd be like the old days, but not, they'll be coming to you when you least expect it or when you're not aware of it. Seen and unseen, people. It's nothing to play with. It's nothing to play with it at this point. This is why some of us have a real sight to look at these particular things. There's nothing wrong with the other things. Somebody got to do something somewhere. I'm just saying, let's keep it all the way real. Use your gifts, your real, authentic gifts. Don't sit there and act like all this whole psychic or whatever, and you sitting here watching somebody. I mean, that's it. Then you thinking you some kind of psychiatrist, and you're actually just projecting, or you're actually just observing something and giving what your opinion is. You're not really psychic then. You're not really psychic then, are you? So, I'm just somebody that calls shit out. I already feel like, again, these people already been probed and probed and probed. I'm just someone that just call it out. When I see it and I wrap it all up and sort of say, go on ahead with it, I'm taking it there. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody being mad. Ain't got nobody to do with nobody being salty. It's just when I feel like these energies know. I just feel like these energies know that there's when they distract me or they're all over, there's a thickness or a heaviness, you know what I'm saying, that it's harder for me to actually see. And I feel like when they break away, I'm able to think a little bit more clearly. It's all. It's all. So again, the distractions and the dreams and stuff is not working, right? Selling some kind of pipe dream or something like this. So, you know, it's just a heaviness sometimes. But I have a little secret place I can go to within, right? To recharge or reconnect. I'm just saying, y'all. There's no rhyme or reason to nothing that I do. I don't know. They call me that wild child. I mean, they call me a savage, whatever you want to call me. But again, it's the truth. And that shit gonna hurt. It's the truth. Either this is something that is going on. That's why I like to ask questions along the way. Either this is something that's going on, or there's something that they're trying to project on us so that they can deal with your mental health or try to drive you crazy or make you feel some kind of way about yourself, self-conscious, not safe, afraid. You see what I'm saying? And then when it's your time to go or step out into this nothing, because there's nothing fucking there, then again, you're what? You may be free, but you're vulnerable. And again, and I feel like people that are not particularly married or in some kind of binding are a little bit more easier targets. But I think that, again, some of these people, some of you are the you know what, okay? And they are going to go against all odds, even that, right? So again, don't give me that. Because again, I'm minding my own business. This energy came in when I was married and with somebody for 30 years. So it don't happen the same way for everybody all the time. And I'm telling you, we ain't talking about no little FBI. We talking about high tech, high end energies, world energies working on this energy. Everybody ain't the same. And that don't mean that we not all valuable, and that don't mean my life mean no more than yours do. I never will ever look at it that way. It's just, again, I know who I am to the almost down deep into the fucking core. And they can't have my soul. They was fighting for the soul of America. Were you, or were you fighting against it? Were you fighting for it? You can't have it. You'll never be able to have it. I'm not your property. I don't belong to you. You don't run me. You don't rule me. Matter of fact, these people are beneath me, beneath us. They don't deserve to be in the positions of power that they're in. These are the powers that shouldn't be. Now, there are some that I see that should be. But the ones that shouldn't, the ones that snuck these things into the whole bill need to just be taken back and ripped to shreds if this is the kind of things that they just put in here. Trojan horse to tear the country up from the inside, from the roots, and build it back better with people that are not particularly American, possibly. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's it.